Okay, now we're going to be talking about percent increase and decrease, and this is something that we should all be very familiar with, at least hearing it before. We talk about the cost of living increasing by 3%, or we get a cost of living raise, a 3% raise, or that's because of things going up by a certain percentage. I put in here as my example, gas has increased in price 500% in the last 2 years. Well, actually, it's been a little bit longer than 2 years, but, our gas prices went up so much, and, and now they're back down again. But, these are the types of things that we hear on the news all the time. And so we need to have some understanding of what it is that they're talking about. There is a very simple formula for percent increase and decrease, and I do things slightly different than most of the textbooks present it. I think that it's easier to keep it as one simple formula because it is the exact same thing. It doesn't matter really whether you're going up or you're going down. Percent increase and decrease is always the difference in the price divided by the original price. And then we multiply by 100, because if you'll remember, when you multiply by 100, that's how we turn things into a percent. So it automatically will turn it into a percent if I multiply by my answer by 100. Let's show you how this is going to work. Okay, here we have our problem that says the first public inquiry showed that there were 631,000 women motorcyclists in the United States, up from 437,000 just 8 years before it. Find the percent of increase in the number of women motorcyclists during these 8 years. Well, keep in mind that I said this was a very simple formula. We need to keep it simple. We talk about as being the difference divided by the original, or you can't even say the difference with respect to the original. Well, if we look at the difference in this amount, then we would have to take 631,000 minus 437,000. That would be the difference. Difference meaning subtract them over the original. Now, it was 437,000 8 years ago, so this is what we're comparing it to. It's went up from what it used to be. So this is our original price, or not original price, our original number of people. And then we're going to multiply that by 100 in order to turn it into a percentage. So now when we do our subtraction, when we subtract these numbers, we get 194,000 divided by 437,000, and we're still going to have to multiply by 100 to turn it into a percent. Now this I would just go ahead and do on our calculator. You can do your division, 194,000 divided by 437,000, and then whatever that number is, we can multiply that by 100. We should get 44 point, if I round it to one decimal place, 44.4%. This is percent increase. Now we're going to do the same exact thing for percent decrease actually. Percent decrease is the same formula, the difference over the original. So it looks like these industrial accidents are falling from 979, they're falling to 979 from 1217. So our difference would be what happens when we subtract these and over our original. Well, they used to be 1217. They have fallen. So our original price, our original amount here would be 1217. And then we have to multiply by 100 to change it into a percent. Then when we do the subtraction, we get 238 over 1217. And then I would just use my calculator to do that, and then multiply by 100 to get 19.6% if we round to one decimal place.